Hello everyone, welcome to Sharks Love Maths again. Today we'll talk about two questions about algebraic skills and about index laws. So let's take a look at the first question. Our task is to simplify these expressions. The first one is we have -3a to the power 5, the whole thing squared. To simplify this, we need to apply the first index law that I put over here. This is something special about algebra, right? We have x and y here as the base, the product of them. But x and y can be replaced with so many different structures. So in this case, the key is to treat -3. Remember to put the sign as part of it. So -3 is the x here, and a to the power 5, that whole thing as the y here. Therefore, applying this index law, what we have from here, the whole thing can be written as the x squared, which is -3, the whole thing squared, multiplied by a to the power 5, which is the y in this case, the whole thing squared. It's very, very important for you to be able to look at -3a to the power 5 as the product of x and y. Well, if we're able to get this point, then the following should be more straightforward. The first part, the square of -3, is just +9. And to simplify the second part, a to the power 5, the whole thing squared, we actually have to apply the second index law that I listed here. So it's actually a to the power of 5 times 2, not +2, but times 2, which is 10 here. And that is the final answer of the first expression. All right, let's take a look at another one. So the second one looks a bit more complicated, right? We have this whole thing to the power 4 multiplied by 2a. Let's deal with one structure at a time. So let's take a look at the first part. Does it look familiar to you? It's actually exactly the same structure as the previous one. So in this case, you can treat the 3 as the x and a squared as the y. So to expand the first brackets here, we have 3 to the power 4, that equals to 3 to the power 4 multiplied by a squared to the power 4. Also applying the first index law that I put over here. And don't forget the 2a at the end. All right, let's try to simplify each part. 3 to the power 4 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 9 times 9. We have 81 here. And to simplify this part, a squared, the whole thing to the power 4, we have to use the second law here. So that's a to the power of 2 times 4, which is 8. And don't forget the 2a at the bottom, at the end. Okay, we're just one step away from the final answer. Remember, 81 and a to the power of 8, the operation here is multiplication, times by 2, times by 8. So all these are multiplied together. So we can actually put the coefficients together. 2 times 81 is 162. And then what about a to the power of 8 times 8? Let me give you a few seconds to think about that. What is a to the power of 8 times 8? So the final answer should be 162 times a to the power of, I'm pretty sure you can get this, this is 9. Is that the same as your answer? Okay, so hopefully these two examples can give you a good idea how we can apply index laws in a more challenging scenario. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.